Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and it finally happened. A mainstream reporter asked Donald Trump the Q question and even asked about secret pedophile cannibals that he was fighting to take down. You can't make this stuff up. It's finally happened. It's even more shocking what the man said, but we're going to get to all that in a minute. I need you guys to thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. The phenomenon known as Q has been around for quite some time, several years now, and a lot of you guys know what my feelings are on QAnon. This is not going to be a video bashing QAnon. I want to say that right now. I am a free speech guy. But you guys all know that obviously I don't believe in it. And I think that some people are going to take this video and they are going to use it as a confirmation bias that not only is QAnon real, but they were right all along. I think that that would be the wrong interpretation of this video. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play this one from start to finish. Why? I could have waited and not, done this video until tomorrow, but this, cuts of this video are now going to be all over social media within the next 24 hours. And the regular media is already going to jump on this because Trump says that he is aware of the phenomenon. How could you not be? Of course he is. He's a very smart guy, and we'll get to that in a moment. But when asked specifically about the more outlandish aspects of it, he first kind of says, well, is that such a bad thing? Not dodging the question, not answering it, but then goes on a little bit about a leftist agenda and then says, we are actually. So I think a lot of people are going to misinterpret this as, this is it, this is the confirmation we needed. Donald Trump really is working with the QAnon people, even though in the very beginning of it, he says this is the first time, he doesn't know much about it. He always doesn't know much about something, right? He didn't know much about Epstein. He didn't know much about Assange, right? I don't know much about it. I'm just saying. And one thing that the left has completely wrong, in my opinion, and are especially dishonest about, is that Trump is some kind of a buffoon. Trump is sharp as a tack. Today, yesterday, the day before, right? Years ago, his entire adult life, whether or not he's always been successful, whether or not he's always been right, whether or not he's always been crass or a misogynist or any of the other, isms you want to give the guy, he's a smart, witty guy. And that was one of the reasons he was able to win this election, because believe me, they in 2016 used all their power to try to rig it against him. And what do I mean by that? Well, you look at somebody like Ron Paul and the Ron Paul revolution, right? Well, Ron Paul, number one, didn't have the bravado, didn't have the name of Trump, right? Wasn't a pop culture hero. But they were able to flip a lot of those things of the alternative media and people getting together for that revolution, right? Well, Donald Trump, via what? Roger Stone InfoWars, was able to get that massive audience that was going to come out and vote for you, right? So it's in his interests, especially right now, in 2020, when there will be massive voter fraud, in my opinion, if we let this go, to what? Play this up, guys. And he does play it up, believe me. And I'm going to shut my mouth for the entire 3 minutes, believe it or not. Okay? I'm actually just going to shut my mouth. Get your questions and comments in now, because we're also going to make this into an AMA. I want to remind everybody, if you want to jump the line, we are fully demonetized here. So no super chats, none of that Johnny nonsense, unfortunately. We're bad here. We're harmful content, because we're going to talk about some reality here. And again, Not here to bash the Q people. That's not what this is about. But I want them to see this because this is going to be a big story all over the place, and they are going to use it as a political tool, and in any way they can demonize a lot of the mistruths that have been out there, right? People meaning well, but didn't get their facts right, or, you know, lump people in from these crazy videos, and I've talked about them that really are their own confirmation bias, and hopefully people are going to realize that that's what he's doing here. But we'll get there. $5, $10, $15, big donors. You mean the world to me. You can support me over on Rockfin. Make sure you're thumbing the video up, subscribing, and sharing. I want to apologize. I tried to stream this a few minutes ago, and the first 3.5 minutes, my mic was off, so we just started again. We got the t-shirt shop, okay? All the documentary films. Okay, all the documentary films are free right now in the playlist section. And so here you see it. Trump QAnon. Trump embraces QAnon conspiracy theory because they like me. Trump addresses far-right QAnon conspiracy, offers praise for its followers. Trump praises QAnon conspiracists, appreciates support. And don't think they're not going to try to make this into like a white supremacist thing. Okay? So here we go. What you guys have all been waiting for. Again, get your questions and comments in, and I'll check the GoFundMe. And again, if you donate to the GoFundMe, put a question in. We'll put you at the top of the list. All right, here we go.
The pandemic, the QAnon movement appears to be gaining a lot of followers. Can you talk about what you think about that and what you have to say to people who are following this movement right now?
Well, I don't know much about the movement other than I understand they like me very much, which I appreciate. But I don't know much about the movement. I have heard that it is gaining in popularity, and from what I've heard, these are people that when they watch the streets of Portland, when they watch what happened in New York City in just the last 6 or 7 months, but this was starting even 4 years ago when I came here, almost 4 years, can you believe it? These are people that don't like seeing what's going on in places like Portland and places like Chicago and New York and other cities and states. And I've heard these are people that love our country and they just don't like seeing it. So I don't know really anything about it other than they do supposedly like me, and they also would like to see problems in these areas, like especially the areas that we're talking about, go away, because there's no reason the Democrats can't run a city. And if they can't, we will send in all of the federal, whether it's troops or law enforcement, whatever they'd like, we'll send them in, we'll straighten out their problem in 24 hours or less, okay?
Well, at the crux of the theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind? Or
well, I haven't heard that, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, you know, if I can help save the world from problems, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself out there, and we are actually. We're saving the world from a radical left philosophy that will destroy this country, and when this country is gone, the rest of the world would follow. The rest of the world would follow. That's the importance of this country. And when you look at some of the things that these people are saying with defund the police and no borders, open borders, everybody just pour right into our country, no testing, no nothing. You know, you talk about testing, no testing. Mexico, as you know, has a very high rate of infection. The wall is now going to be next week 300 miles long. Our numbers are extraordinary on the border. Had that, and this is through luck, perhaps, more than talent, although the talent is getting it built when one party refuses to allow it. You don't hear talk about the wall anymore. But I will say this, we need strength in our country, not weakness. Too much weakness. Yes, John?
So there it is. I didn't interrupt. 3+ minutes on QAnon and the Q phenomenon. And we are actually. I mean, listen. That's Trump knowing what his base is for a long time. You know, he knew what he was doing with InfoWars. He knows what he's doing now. That's why he's talking about what? Snowden. Because he knows what he's doing with Assange is so bad. So guys, I'm going to do the questions and comments. Again, thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. Let's talk about it. What do you think? I know a lot of the Q heads are going to say, oh my God, that's it. We knew it. We knew it. Oh, we did. We got quite a few of super chats within the last day or two. So let's do those really quickly. Okay. Let's see. We appreciate the effort you put forth in these challenging times. Most of us feel like we're in the twilight zone, hoping we're going to wake up from a bad dream. Thank you for sharing the views of others and sharing sharing their links, even they don't always agree with their views. I believe we are trying to get to the same end game. Peace, love, happiness, and freedom for all. Aloha, my brother. Thank you so much, Debbie. I appreciate that. Let's see. You're a great reporter. Thanks for answering my question about the GoFundMe and the sources of income. I wish I could give more. Thank you for that. That's a lot. I appreciate it. Jason, we need to start a political party, Patriot Party. Put the Dems and the Republicans out of office. Keep up the great work. Keep up the faith. I'm trying, man. Enjoy watching your show on YouTube and appreciate the work you do. Keep us informed. Thanks for all the content and consistency over the years. It will be nice to have another Patriot in the Midwest. Thank you, Jesse, for you and your continued support. Okay, so guys, again, you can get them in there, but let's go down to the main questions. All right. We got a first viewer, woot woot, and we're back. Lies. Q for Quasi. Like a jackass, Lollapalooza. I said it. Like a jackass, Lollapalooza. Can you do a talk on Ervamectin as a treatment for the Rona? I don't know much about it. Great success out of Australia. Ivermectin. Interesting. Much better with sound. Keep it up, Jason. Yeah. Thank you for everybody telling me that I did not have sound. New Zealand is calling any opposition minister a conspiracy theorist. Love it. Rogan's up. Done and done. What's that thing on his head? I can hear you. Yes, you can. You don't have to. Oh. Well, let's see. Whoa. Damn. There we go. You don't have to talk all about all you know. Okay. Well, thank you, Ivan. Hello from Wollongong, Australia. Plausible deniability. Ugh, Aussies are the worst. Jeez. Does anyone here follow Sam Tripoli or Owen Benjamin? Sam is usually on the Union of the Unwanted podcast. He was on the other day. Love Sam Tripoli. Bersha is crushing. Swarm. Let's see. I'm here because of Sam Tripoli, and Aussies are the best. Yep, Alex did a lot of trunk selected. Sam is awesome. Thank you, MF Doom, for putting that in there. LMFAO trunk, Rogan's up. Australia is done. They have been taken over. Thank you very much for the PayPal link there, Doom. No way you can shut your mouth for 3 minutes. We shall see. I love the video of that chick smoking a blunt. Listen trunk. I don't know any of that. Hey all, tardy to the party was jamming with Lift the Veil. Cool. I knew something about Q 2020. It makes seance, I don't know, especially looking from New Zealand and how we are already down the UN path. Loyal to the foil. Yes, loyal to the foil. I am jealous of Aussie weather, but everything that starts with an S will kill you in Australia. Spiders, snakes, sharks, flying kangaroos. I see your mouth not shut. I don't oh, yes. Yes. What up, Drew? Kamala is a cop. His answer was awesome. Get rid of the royal family in Australia needs to succeed. You need to get rid of royals everywhere. Rule by bloodline and outward nepotism is crazy. Hey, Doom. I mean, all of the truth or mood peeps have theories and information that funnel to the same shit. New World Order. What's going on over at Lift the Veil? It's all a game, both left and right. I agree. Unbelievable brainwashing. Random fact. More black babies were aborted in New York City last year than were born. Planned Parenthood is to blame. That is scary if true. If true. Don't know what your thoughts on politics. To be clear, I'm not a Q fan. The people are a mixed bag, but his response was perfect as far as I'm concerned. Least Australia isn't turning into a Marxist shithole. Well. Jason, have you seen John Wager's interviews with SRA victims? The most disturbing stuff I've ever heard. But it puts the evils of the predator class in perspective. Don't know that I've seen that. Dan the Man says, Q. Bro, Australia has like drone police. What? He knows what's up. Q stands for quantum internet. The internet is waking up the sheep. It's Trump running the Yiddish elite mob corporatist takeover of the United States. Bernard doing sign language. I'm disappointed. Jason is even covering this game show. I mean, I gotta cover this one, right? It's gonna be in every feed ever. People are already, like, I can't tell you, like, tomorrow how much of this is gonna be, you know, the storm is here! That's how he really could have riled him up, right? The storm is here! Again, pardon Julian Assange. I'll be out in this, pardon Julian Assange, I'll be out in the streets, literally promoting you. Come on. That's what people want. I can hear it. Research Rachel Chandler's Instagram. Rachel Chandler is a groomer. Ron Burkle, Airfuck1. Check it out. Oh, anyone here follow Jeremiah Cohen? I don't know who that is. I love how he goes off subject each time straight to the Democrats. Right to the Democrats. Exactly, MF Doom. Exactly. Good news, Bear. I agree with you, but Jason is still too much of a Trumper. I'm not a Trumper. We're just home stretching down to Zombie Joe and Kamala Vampirus, bro. What do you want me to do? What do you like? The other guy is that bad this time, and we're in the weirdest situation ever. And they constantly lie about the guy. They do. They lie about Trump constantly. Doesn't make him a saint. And I'm the first to point that out. Oh, but it's not waking up the sheep, and the sheep are still asleep. Mainstream media terrified of Q. Real or not? He will never expose. He would never expose the New World Order. Are we talking Trump there? I don't know. We need to declare our independence from Israel. OG Boss, Bingo, Joe, The Toe, Rogan. He's really staying on message, being a bit coy, I think. Most of the masses don't want to wake up. Q, baby. WWG, 1WGA. Yeah. The rest of the world has always looked to the USA as a free place. US, stand the fuzz up. Stand the fuzz up, USA. Let's go. No, we really do. We need to start pushing back big time. Go watch my previous video on the mandatory vaccination bills in New York. Trump 2020. Did I miss the Cannibals part? I don't know. You might have. It was in there. Q said we're saving Israel for last, apparently. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath on that one, guys. Saving it for last. You know how the world works? I mean, what do you think? You're just taking out first world nation states one by one, no problem? Yeah, especially ones that have the military and intelligence capabilities of Israel. That's what you think, huh? It's not even nation states anymore, man. It's a predator class. Been trying to tell people that. Thumbs up 50. Let's get the thumbs up. Subscribe and share. Remember, GoFundMe link is down below, guys. Down below. Thank you, Jason, for your steadfast, non-biased journalism. I appreciate that, Roger. I do try to keep it as non-biased as possible. Yiddish elite, Bronfman, Wexter, Epstein, all Democrats. This is not just a Democrat exclusive. Sorry, guy. Sorry, guy. That's not the way it works. No. Boom, boom. I mean, you could easily just say, Prince Andrew, that royal family. I could put that in instead with Epstein to Nexium, right? Because you have the Bronfmans there. Let's substitute that for the Salinas family, right? You could say that that's a Democrats at the time. But don't forget about the Hasserts of the world or the Foleys of the world. And don't forget about, the male prostitution ring that was in the White House as a reporter via militarystuds.com. Huh? Remember James Gannon? James Guckert? Yeah, now he was overage, but obviously something weird was going on there when, George Bush was kissing his bald head on camera. Don't know about that? Go check. Oh, that's all Republican, by the way. Go check it out in Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined. He's going to build a prison. He's right, though. I've never seen a prez that exposes that shizza. Well, I think Kennedy did his best at the time. And he was not perfect either. Remember, the topic is satanic pedophiles. They know they cover up this topic on purpose. Thanks, Drufus. Trump nailed it. He knows more about the Q movement. Let's see. Wow, Jay didn't talk, only sign lingo. Yes, I wasn't talking on that one. I let it go, guys, like I promised. His base is a cult of idiots. Pedophiles and cannibalism. That was the best question. Burmis is a big Q guy. Yeah, I'm a big Q guy, all right. Give me a break. It's bullshiz, just more smoke up my arse. He didn't actually answer the question. He answered it Trump style, right? He said he liked them. I like those people. Would it be bad if he was going after satanic cannibal pedophiles? And he is, actually. I mean, he is. The democratic ideals, yada, yada, yada. You heard what he said. He's a smart guy. He spun that question up. Spun it up. Spun it without really, again, all these people waiting for him to acknowledge Q. I can't wait to see what Twitter's like tomorrow. But then they banned a bunch of these Q accounts, which I don't think they should have done. Listen, that's what's so nuts. Even if you're wrong, you don't need to be censored. But that's where we're at. Collusion. Big tech collusion. Predator class collusion. Save the kids. The Q fans don't realize that the Gassara and Nasara plan they are pushing with Q is the NWO globalist wet dream version of the world. And by the way, the Nasara thing has been around forever. Forever. Way before Q. Way before Q. Let's see. Can't stop it. He needs to tell the Q-tards to vote and not just sit at home, make popcorn, and watch. Authenticity, if you could spell it, you might be more believable. I don't know what that means. Am I not authentic? Is he not authentic? I don't know. Tell the reporter to research Rachel Chandler's Instagram. Listen, you keep talking about Rachel Chandler, all these people, Rachel Chandler, Rachel Chandler. She knew a lot of people. She probably trafficked a lot of young girls and women. Okay? I mean, like, just because that was already known and somebody put it in a thread doesn't mean, like, Q is real. Man, and that's the thing that, like, they're going to eat this Q stuff apart in the mainstream media. I don't know what it's going to mean. Why don't you just use Streamlabs? GoFundMe is whoa. So far, Q is a batting 1,000 X22 report. Who says batting 1,000 what? You guys can think what you want. You're going to vote for Biden. He's all we got. I mean, I'm not voting Biden. My God. Save the kids. Trunk's Twitter team run Q for overtime hours. Trunk's Twitter team. Biden ? Whoa, that was a big jump. That was a big old jump. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share, everybody. Subscribe and share. Man, that's a lot. I love The Shield. I saw that question. The Shield is an awesome show. One of my favorites. There we go. Biden, can't wait for the aliens, LOL. Biden equals weak. Who or what do you think Q is? I think it's a scam. That's what I think. I think it's a scam that maybe was turned into a psyop later. Was it a psyop from the beginning? I don't know. There's so much nonsense out there, but it's certainly not people inside the government taking over and leaving breadcrumbs. No, that's not what it is. He exposed the trial trafficking that Democrats never would have. I thought Q said Snowden was a bad guy. I don't know. Election fraud is rampant. Voter fraud is practically unheard of. Biden is a dementia patient. Bronfman still on the loose. Hey, Rev. Let's see. I got a timeout in Vox Days chat for saying Q is totted. How pathetic they are. How pathetic they are. Boycott the vote. Hello, non-violent, non-participation. If you vote for either one, you have blood on your hands. Snowden isn't a bad guy. He exposed a lot. He will be a key player in this. I did Owen and the Beers. Anyone that thinks Biden is a legitimate choice is either a pedo or a retard. Even putting his politics aside and his racism aside and his kid diddling aside, he's losing his mind. Dig. Keep your enemies closer. Oh boy, here we go. Ivermectin is an anti-parasitic and used for scabies. Interesting. A dingo ate my baby. Listen here, trunk. Free Assange. Q is just an O with a heart on. Ha 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 ha. Ivermectin seems to be a lot like hydroxychloroquine. It's an anti-worm parasite drug mostly given to horses, and it seems to have a great effect, on COVID. Reminds me of your This Cancer Story Rocks video. Yes, with the fenbenzidol on cancer. Interesting. Ivermectin. Don't trust anything. The Patriots stay locked and loaded. Trunk still stinks of Epstein, too. Keep talking. I'm listening. Is Trump running the Yiddish elite mob? I mean, is that all you're going to keep chiming in with, Good News Bear? I mean, like, it's always the Yiddish something or whatever. I mean, do you have more to add to the conversation, or is that it? First of all, no one's saying Trump runs anything. Trump is a barrier. The president doesn't run everything. He's not omnipotent. Do you think the violence that's going on will be used or ramped up as a rigged election continues? I think that lockdown 2 is going to be bad. And yes, I think they're going to ramp it all up. They want to make this guy look as bad as possible for as long as possible, any way possible. Okay? They want Zombie Joe in there. So it can be Kamala Vampiris, and then they can probably bring the King of the Meatballs, Andrew Capo Cuomo in. Let's see. Shalawan, all praises, glory, and honor goes into the Most High and His Son, Yawashi Hamashaya. I probably totally butchered that. Nothing against Owen, but the Bears have become cringe. It's available on Amazon for $7. It's labeled for horses, but the reviews are filled with people who've used it internally to cure their scabies. Interesting. Do you like the cop show The Shield? Love the cop show The Shield. Probably my favorite cop show ever. Ever. FX killed it with that one. Hey, Burmis, I was just telling Justin from Cannabis in Combat that you had been warning about Q for years. Yes, I have. Fire Kushner, M4A or shut it down. Psycho. A giant a-hole. Let's see. Was timed out by Drew. Some authentic. Is it AI? I don't know. Time out for spam. We had some quantum AI or some spammage. Capitalism and right-wing ideology has destroyed this country. It's a bad storm, too. I thought the storm was going to be arrests. Yeah, I know. Pardon. I doubt it. How do you not cover it? LOL. Covering the news doesn't mean you support it. We've seen what happens when MSM only covers what it wants. Donald John lying twice about not knowing much about it is like spitting in the face of his most fervent supporters. I mean, he's clearly lying about that. I don't know if it's like spitting in their face. They'll think it, the really hardcore ones will say, that was just what's he supposed to do, Jason? What's he supposed to do? Most Q people are really good Americans. So I got no problem with them. Most people just want to be at odds with somebody. I as people, I'm fine with the people. I'm just telling you what I think about the reality behind it. and what it is. So again, I got nothing but love in my heart for people. I hope it does wake people up to a lot of the corruption that's out there. Let's see. Forced vax, mass continuing, gun grabs, civil war. Hey kids, Triana be fine, Osama. Jason, you said in Cleveland you'd make another Bohemian Grove vid. Maybe after you finish your move? You're right, and it is mid-August. I should make another Bohemian Grove vid. I'm looking at them right now. Q is a psyop, and Q followers are fools. If he pardons Assange, you've got a live stream in a MAGA hat. I might. I don't know where I would get a MAGA hat, but if he pardoned Assange, I might try to find one. No, Jason, people want the truth, and they need hope. I think Q is the hope. Just my opinion. Jilly, never Biden, long time. Osama, not enough psychos for one day. Millie Weaver got fired from InfoWars. Now, did more come out in the last couple days other than what I covered and what Jones had to say? I mean, again, that whole thing with Roger Stone and yeesh. Let's see. Time for anarchy. Hi again, Jilly. Bears and bears. As for me, I'm a bear and F those bears. Hey, Triana, they're all bad. Right on. Republicans and Dems. Droof. I've been laying low, Jilly. Let's see. Anything? Let's see. How about this question? Do you ever feel like Rowdy Piper living in? Yes, I do. Hey, Jesse, how you doing? I want to thank you again for your support. I'm always late to these streams. Yeah, I think I'm going to be wrapping this one up soon too. I don't know if I'm going a full hour. Q is false hope. Q is a pacifier. Broken simulation. Real question is how to land the plane. That is the Q movement. I don't know. Guys, thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can support me. And if you want to see what Trump had to say about Q, I let the whole 3 minutes fly by. Just rewind it. You'll check it out. $5, $10, $15 big donors like Jesse. You mean the world to me. Thank you for the support over the years, Jesse. And again, check me out over on Rockfin. Make sure you're ringing the bell for notifications. We got the t-shirt shop, including this one right here. Your life matters. Your skin color shouldn't have to. And all the documentaries are free in the playlist section. Shade the Motion Picture, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, Fabled Enemies, and Loose Change, Final Cut. I love you guys. It's not about left or right. It's always about right and wrong. See you on the flip.